welcome to another game. This is going to be the Gamecom Plantronics Losers Bracket, round of something. Why are we disconnecting again? It's fine. We'll get back into the next game in just a second. Meanwhile, I'm going to fix some controls. Sorry. A little premature, but that's okay. Not a big deal. There we go. Okay. So, this is going to be game number 2 of the Gamecom Plantronics. I think it is the lower bracket finals, I want to say. Even though it actually does keep moving, so it's technically not the lower bracket finals, it's the lower bracket semis, and then the next game will be the lower bracket finals because Dignitas versus Dark Falco stack is going on tomorrow, I believe, which I'll be casting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time if you want to catch that here. Yeah, and then after that game, whoever loses that game will go on to play the winner of this series, and that will be the lower bracket finals, and then they will move up to play whoever wins against Dark Falco and Team Dignitas, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Not sure what we're waiting on right now, but we're going to jump into the game in just un momentum. And I want to thank you guys for joining me here on Neo Dota. Once again, I am Mont. Hope you guys enjoyed the Killing Spree game that was on. It was Fnatic versus Liquid. I'm not going to spoil the results because I'm going to finish up the VODs right after this game and have them uploaded onto YouTube. You'll be able to check them out there. Fnatic had a new lineup including Hannah Montana, Boogaloo, Zaku, and who's the last one? I can't remember. Oh, Korea from Root. That's right. Okay, well, now you know. Regardless, we're going to jump into the game. As you can see, this is Gratz-Though versus Gamer University, the Euro division, I believe it is. This is game number 2. Gratz-Though took game number 1 pretty handedly. I don't know how handedly, but they did take that game. They did prevail. And we're going to jump into the pick ban phase real quick, so I appreciate you guys for joining me here. How long is this delay? I'm just trying to get everything set up here for the stream because, of course, I was running Killing Spree earlier. It's difficult to go from one thing to another because you have such different production quality for different tournaments. Obviously, I don't have that big AFK video that I had for, which we should really use, I think, for the side of Killing Spree. So we're going to get into the pick ban phase real quick. We're going to see the Batrider ban out here, and then shortly thereafter, GU will ban Shadow Demon. So there's always that. And 2 more bans coming out as well. And which will it be? I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, Gratz-Though is so strong, and they play with some of the silliest carries. I think it was last night I caught game 2 between them and a team called the Cunning Prey, and they played a Viper and Korok pickup there. They sent Korok with a dual lane mid against a Kotal Chaos Knight dual lane mid, which, you know, is going to be difficult regardless of who you're playing with, but they somehow made it work. They had an early Roshan attempt, and they absolutely dominated there on after because the early Roshan gave them such an experience lead, and it really just made it so tough for TCP to climb out of. We have another disconnect coming out from Sleazel, but he'll get back into the game in just a moment, I'm sure. And Gratz-Though is a big up-and-coming team. I'm really looking forward to see what they're going to do in the near future, and they're going to get an opportunity here soon, I'd imagine. So they will be playing with some pro players, I hope, sometime soon. We'll see how that does pan out for them. GU on the other side is going to be banning out the Shadow Demon, like I talked about. Gratz-Though, of course, banning out that Darkseer and the Kotal ban as well. Gratz-Though can pick up the Undying if they do so choose to, but they're going to go for the Nyx Assassin. It's one of the most popular support heroes as of right now because of what he's got in his kit. He's got, of course, his ability to stun with that Impale, not only just a single target stun like the Magic Missile from Vengeful Spirit, but a multiple person stun that can go in a line is actually very lengthy in terms of range. You want to look at the range here. As you can see, where's the range? It doesn't tell you the range. That's unfortunate. Well, never mind that, but it does go pretty far. I'm surprised that it doesn't tell you the range. Regardless, it does have Mana Burn as well. A very, very, very nice ability to just make everything really frustrating in lane. Spike Carapace to avoid dying, get 1 point in that, and you're going to survive maybe a gank attempt on you. That mini stun is so nice to have against them. Vendetta, of course, so good at level 6, but used as a support, it's tough to get to that level 6 unless you go and roam and gank, pull, move around different lanes, which I think is what Nyx Assassin really excels at. The Lifestealer as well as the Gyrocopter are going to be picked up from the side of GU. Not a surprise there, but that's kind of strange for a few reasons. Lifestealer and Gyrocopter are sort of that care role, but you can send that Gyro middle and have that Lifestealer in that lane with a tri-lane, try to get him some farm, get him going. I wouldn't be surprised to see the FNC Nakes build, which is, of course, get that drum up, get that phase up as quickly as possible, and then after that, you can just do whatever. I've seen people build Armlet, I've seen people build Vlads, I've seen people build SNY, which is actually surprisingly efficient on that Lifestealer. People are like, SNY is so bad, it's such a terrible item. And to a certain extent, it's not the best item in the game. There's certainly a lot better things you can get for the money that you're spending, but it's certainly not a bad item when you have the damage and all you need is really that attack and movement speed, which you can get from the SNY on top of more damage and things of that nature. So, that's just my little thought process on SNY. Obviously, I wouldn't condone picking it up on like really any other hero. And there's a few heroes where I think it's okay with, but I think it does need to receive a slight buff in terms of its power. Gyrocopter is such a strong hero that in level 1, like in the mid lane, if you try to gank him with other heroes, 2-hero gank on Gyrocopter, it could fail pretty horribly just because Rocket Barrage can outpump a lot of damage onto a lot of heroes. So we've seen it before as well. And you just throw that Rocket Barrage and the call down right on top of yourself as you're getting ganked, they're going to probably pay with it for their lives. So I think they're good heroes. Gratz, though, does have some time here. They're using the reserve time to think about what they want to pick. Remember, this is game number 2. GU, of course, going to be going down one game. Gratz, though, picking up that one-game lead. I have not seen this first incarnation of Gamer University, so I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing in terms of their skill level, what they're going to be doing with lanes. Gratz, though, seems to be an unstoppable force, of course, with the exception of Dark Falco stack. And, those are two really good North American teams to begin with. So they will pick up the Klinks and the Rubik, and this is a really good pickup, I think, for both of those heroes, and for a couple of reasons why. Klinks can get that solo lane farm in that side lane if they send a side laner up against him, and I think he can do a real good job with that. He's incredibly hard to gank because of Skeleton Walk, and he's so fast. You have to have good disables for him, whereas there's not really any reliable disables here from GU. You think about Open Wounds, it's a nice slow, but at the same time, it's not necessarily a stun. That Skeleton Walk, he can get out pretty quickly as well, and Homing Missile is really not... Homing Missile is probably the least reliable stun in the game, I'd say. It's good for harassing and pushing people back and just making sure like you zone them out, but it's not the most reliable stun. However, a Leshrac stun, on the other hand, is very good in combination with the Open Wound. So I like this pickup from Gamer University. I think Leshrac works really well. And I think despite the fact that the Edict damage, it's not necessarily an insta-cast anymore, it's still good for taking towers down. It's probably one of the quickest tower burners in the game, which is something people sort of forget about. Obviously, it's not as good as it used to be. And he used to be first ban, first pick a lot of the time, I think, in certain scenarios. So I think that's a good pickup from Gamer University. Regardless, though, right now, if you look at Gratz, support lineup, I think they've got a good tri-lane with another hero that they grab. I don't think they're going to put Klinks in the tri-lane. I think he's a side laner that works really well, or mid lane, but I'd probably imagine being a side laner. Just from sheer experience, I've seen most Klinkses go side lane. Magnus is going to be the ban out here from Gratz, though. Very good ban there. I think the Undying should be banned here. If they don't ban the Undying, I'd be extraordinarily surprised, but, well, I don't know. I am going to turn my open mic on. Actually, I don't know. There's a lot of you in chat, so tell me if you guys want to watch in game. Spectators are enabled, so you have to have friends in the game. If you're my friend on Steam or if you're friends with anybody here on the list, let me know. I'll turn the open mic on for you guys. I want to provide the best commentary possible, and sometimes people like listening to me while looking at things. My camera work isn't necessarily the best, so I can understand if you want to check out the game yourself. Actually, I believe spectators are enabled. Don't quote me on that. Undying will be the ban out from Gratz, though. Tinker on the set of GU. An interesting ban. I'm not sure if they were played in the previous game. You have to understand that I don't know any of the heroes that were picked up in the previous game. I didn't see. This is actually my mother's birthday, so I was spending time with her after the Killing Spree broadcast ended, so... I was talking to Sleazel about something else, and then this opportunity arose, and I'd say, why not? I try to take every cast that I can get, because I just really enjoy Dota. I'm not necessarily the best at playing it, but I love casting it, so... Anyways, that's enough about me. We're going to see the Sand King ban here from the side of Gamer University. Another interesting ban out. I don't know if that's necessarily the best choice, just because it's not one of the most picked supports, especially considering the fact that they already have 2 supports on the side of Gratz, though. Maybe GU thinks that Nyx Assassin might be heading mid, but in all honesty, the way Nyx Assassin has been used, he's been used primarily as that support hero. I don't think Sand King would work anywhere else. Maybe in a mid lane, I doubt it, though. I just don't think that's maybe necessarily the best ban out there. Of course, there's only 18 seconds left for reserve time here for Gratz, though, and they're taking a lot of time, which is nice, but at the same time, it's a far cry from what they usually do. They just seem so confident with a lot of the stuff. But, of course, this is a bit higher caliber team. than the Cunning Prey. No offense to the Cunning Prey, but obviously Gretz, though, did do very well against them. Bane going to be banned out here from Gamer University, and finally Lone Druid as well for Gratz, though. So banning out the Undying, banning out the Magnus, make sure those two powerful heroes get out of there, and then Lone Druid to make sure that that Sign Leader gets banned out as well. Of course, Darkseer is already gone from the pool. You can do Windrunner, Beastmaster. Beastmaster is something that's been seen a lot, especially in the North American scene. Not necessarily what GU is going to go for here. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll have to see. These last two picks for each team is going to come in just a second. Shadow Fiend's a pickup here from the side of Gratz, though, so that's probably going to be their mid laner. I'd imagine RTZ is going to be playing him. Of course, RTZ is RTY here in game. I don't know if Superman is Goody, but I doubt it. I think Goody's probably not here right now. Actually, I want to check that out in lobby, who that is. I might not even know. I apologize for taking time here, but they're not going to pick anybody anytime soon.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know who that is, so...
5 seconds
So Shadow Fiend the pick up here, so it looks like RDZ will probably play that. I'd imagine Pandego will play the Nyx Assassin. He played it last night as well. Clinks, I'm not sure who's going to play that. Rubik also, I think Rubik will be played by Broccoli, who's the hard support. 1 minute left here on the side of GU. Anyways, so they have 26 seconds left on reserve time here. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to pick up, but they've got some time. I don't know exactly what they're going to go for here. They have the Leshrac, they have the Gyro. I'd imagine they'd pick up another support or a side laner. Something like a Windrunner would be nice. They have the stun. Maybe get a setup stun like a Vengeful Spirit, but they have the open wound, so maybe don't go for that. They're going to go for a Nature's Prophet. That's probably going to be their side laner, I'd imagine. I mean, he works really well in that regard, but at the same time, not necessarily the best one. But if they can get Clinks against Nature's Prophet, I think Clinks wins that every time just because... Nature's Prophet's not the tankiest hero. Clinks can dish out a lot of damage, and his right-clicking ability is a little bit higher, to be sure, than the Nature's Prophet. So we're going to have to see how that does pan out. I imagine GU might want to run an aggressive tri-lane here because they have the Lifestealer and the Leshrac. That could be a very good combination, but they have one more pickup here, and Gyro, I'd imagine, would be in mid, but of course people do not always necessarily send him in that role. 10 seconds left here for reserve time. Gratzo's thinking about picking something up, and it's going to be the Weaver. So heroes that's been used pretty often, I think, in the North American scene, at least, as that side lane role. So maybe they're going to send Clinks into a tri-lane and then Weaver into a side lane, or vice versa. So we'll see how this is going to pan out here. Gamer University, of course, they will pick up their last hero, and I imagine it would be a support. I'd be very shocked to see anything else. I mean, they have they have one support with the Leshrac. Lifestealer as that carry. They want to go for a tri-lane. At least I imagine they would. I don't think they're going to go for anything like a dual lane. I'd imagine it's probably going to be a tri-lane. Gyrocopter is going to be in that mid-roll. You know, you can switch things around, of course. I mean, everything is not necessarily set in stone, but we'll have to see. They do have only 3 seconds. What are they going to pick? I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be the Sven. So they're going to use that as a support. Roaming Sven, perhaps? I'm not sure how this is going to work, but, well, that's what we're going to find out in just a few minutes. So waiting on getting in the game here as soon as everybody picks their heroes. Once again, this is game number 2 for the GameCom Plantronics. This is the loser bracket semifinals. Gratz, though, versus Gamer University. You can see the names right here. Boom. Don't forget, tomorrow there's not a whole lot of casting. There is, of course, Team Dignitas versus the Dark Falcosac in a game that I'm very excited to cast tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern. Check it out. It's going to be good. Seriously, it's going to be a good game. I've got a feeling. A good best of 3. A good series, if you will. So I'll be casting that. I'll probably bring in somebody else to co-cast with that. Not sure who, but we'll find out. Anyways, we're going to jump into the game, and some introductions are in order right now. On the side of Gamer University, MST Co. will be on the Sven, or Misko. Misoku will be on the Leshrac. Iwo will be on the Lifestealer. Mihawk will be on the Nature's Prophet. And finally, Smash rounding out the lineup with Gyrocopter there. Meanwhile, on the side of Gratz, though, we're going to see RTZ sending mid on that Shadow Fiend. Superman will be playing the Weaver. Heading up into that top lane, looks like he'll be off-laning meaning that Sleazel will be alone, or excuse me, in a tri-lane, that's what I meant to say, on that Klinks. We're going to see Broccoli on the Rubik, and finally Pandago, aka Sexy, on the Nyx Assassin. So it's going to be aggressive tri-lane, so tri-lane versus tri-lane, which means probably a lot of blood happening here early on. So we'll have to see what happens. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin actually going to headbid for the time being. Not sure what he's going to be doing here. RTZ, though, should have a good time as soon as he gets these Necromastery stacks up. If he can do so, he'll have a very good time against the Gyrocopter, because Gyrocopter can deal out a bit of damage here with Flat Cannon. But if he decides to go for Rocket Barrage, it might be tough to get into range of RTZ to get him on that Rocket Barrage. So it'll be all really about if you're there going to go for a gank early on. But it looks like this will be a support Sven, sort of a roaming Sven with that ganky potential, of course, with Stormhammer. They're sitting in this tree area that I haven't really seen before anybody do this, but they're comfortable. They're going to put this ward up here on this rune spot, or that ward spot with that eye just close by. Meanwhile, the ward on the Radiant side is going to be over here on this little cliff, which is a very good ward spot, mind you. Nyx Assassin looking to head top. There is going to be an Invis rune. I think Sexy is going to babysit it for the time being. Weaver's going to check everything out over here. Looks like Sexy's thinking about taking it up. Not sure if he's going to. So Sleazel and Broccoli down here in the bottom lane right now, waiting for Nyx Assassin. He's going to pick up that Invis. He might head top. They might go for just dual lanes right now, but this aggressive tri-lane could be pretty difficult. Klinks can be okay alone. I'm not really sure. One last hit going for the side of Smash right now. So yeah, I'm not sure if they can get a gank on this Furon. This could be pretty good. I mean, he does have Invis, so this could be a lot of damage. Shukuchi not being skilled just yet, but I imagine it would be. I want to see here. He does skill up that Shukuchi. Mihawk is going to back off for the time being. Sexy still has a lot of time on that Invis rune. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Sleazel staying pretty far back. It's a smart thing to do considering Sexy's up here in this top lane. So I want to see, are they going to go on him right now? And they're thinking about it. And there they goes. There's the Shukuchi. The Impale is going to fly next. The attacks are going to go. They're waiting for it. There's the Impale doing some more damage. Right clicks are going to fly. They might be able to get him. They might have to dive. He's going to eat the tree. Sexy looking for a dive. Not going to happen. He's actually going to get creep blocked and take a lot of tower damage. Sexy, is very close to going down, but will survive. Mihawk is going to pop a salve off, and that should be the end of the aggression there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they should know now that this is, of course, a dual lane against the tri-lane, so they need to be aggressive here. They have plenty of damage that they can pump out early on, but not happening just yet. Mid lane, of course, the homing missile is flying off right now. It's going to hit RTZ. Smash going to maybe use his Rocket Barrage. RTZ's going to roam around right now, try to go ring around the Rosa here. Smash continuing to chase. RTZ might be in some trouble right now. Smash going up on the high ground. RTZ, actually, Sexy's here to help out. There's going to be an Impale. Rocket Barrage flying as well. RTZ taking a lot of damage. RTZ very close to going down. He's going to salve up, missing the raise just barely. Sexy going to go for the kill, not going to be able to get it. So, a nice try, but already a lot of aggression early on, but no kills just yet. RTZ's going to get himself boots carried by the ferried by the courier. Curried works as well, I guess. Curried. I don't know if that's actual a verb, so I'm just not going to say that anymore. Weaver going to be picking up 6 last hits right now. 10 for the side of the Nakes, so he's farming just fine. We'll see if he does go for that FNC Nakes build. We'll have to see if that is going to be the case. RTZ. There's a teleport. They're going for a kill there. There's the Sprout as well, but an Impale flying. Homing Missile should do a bit of damage. Sexy's trying to kill it. RTZ should take damage, but not enough to go down, and he won't. In fact, they'd have to dive the tier 2. Mihawk taking tower damage, a lot of it, by the way. So a lot of early aggression right now, but not a whole lot of deaths. Nothing coming of it just yet. You look at the last hits right now. Still, Nakes is leading the way, but RTZ as well as Weaver are not too far behind, so we'll have to see how that is going to pan out. Smash taking a bit of damage, and of course Mihawk has to use his tangos to get back up to full. So Superman up here in the top lane, essentially a free lane right now because of course the Furion did TP in. Now that's on a 12. That was on a long cooldown. It's only level 1. It was a 50-second cooldown, so he has to walk all the way back up there, leaving level 4 for the Weaver, which is only level 2 for the Furion. That's a big deal when you think about it. I mean, this Weaver getting more levels than this Furion is absolutely necessary for them to be able to win this game. Meanwhile, mid, Smash going to take more damage. Homing Missile going to fly out. RTZ's pretty much at full health again, so he's doing well. Meanwhile, bottom lane, some damage going on. Big splitter coming. Broccoli is going to be first blood for sure, but MSC Co might take some damage. There's going to be this Ghost Walk. Is there any vision? It doesn't look like it right now. They're going to back off. And South popping out an NST Co, and he'll be fine. And a TP actually coming in back from Broccoli. He's taking creep damage, however. Sleazel's very low in health, but he does have that salve. He's also got a Wraith Band on him. Looks like they could go again if they want. I don't know if they spotted out Sexy or not. He's pretty close here. They did ping him out here, the Leshrac, so they did see him, so they know that he's here now. So the first blood is in fact going to the side of GU, and that's going to be important. Make sure you can try to deny all of the experience that you can down here, make it difficult for Broccoli. Even though they're in a dual lane, they don't have the most experience. I mean, they're probably tied with this tri-lane right now. I mean, you look at it, and Masoku is tied with Broccoli, which shouldn't happen considering Pandago was roaming around. Of course, Pandago is level 3. That's going to be a little bit better. He does have that experience roaming around, as you can see. MST Co. There's going to be a mana burn as well. Double damage is going to be taken by Masoku. He's going to head back into the lane. Top lane getting pressured by the Weaver right now with 23 last hits, sitting on level 5. Mihawk now at level 3. And Smash going to ferry his bottle back to the base with that Crow. So, 4:18 into the game, 1-0 is the score. Looking at the last hits, we already talked about it. Weaver's playing well, and if he can get some items up early, he can do pretty well for himself. Maybe go for a quick Radiance, but some people don't like to go that route anymore. We'll have to see. He does have Tranks on him right now. Maybe he'll build something else.
Dire's top tower.
Alright, he's getting harassed by this homing missile. He's going to just sit back to the tower, and he's going to miss a few last hits, but that's fine. He's leading in terms of that lane. It's only 17-16 right now, so it's actually relatively close in the mid lane right now for last hits. MST Co. as well as Masoku are actually going to go ahead and farm together. Very smart decision to do so in this aggressive tri-lane, just to make sure they can get a few levels as well as, of course, experience. Hello, Jay. I miss you. Broccoli as well as Sleazel down here trying to get some last hits. Sleazel only with 6 right now. Not necessarily the best start for him, but regardless, they're playing okay at this point. Meanwhile, you look at Smash, he's doing pretty well for himself. Wraith Band on him as well. Iwo is going to have almost 900 gold in the bank. MST Co. with boots already. Masoku not there just yet, but those supports are starting to get some levels. As you can see, 3 for him, 3 for him as well. Top lane, Mihawk still at 3. This is really the troublesome part. Usually you try to get a Midas if you're on that Furion, of course, in that off lane against the Weaver, but of course that failed gank mid sort of set him back considering he had to wait and walk all the way back up to the top lane, which is kind of a problem. Smash very low, and if RTZ was able to get in range, he could certainly use Shadow Races to get the kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, still not a whole lot going on just yet. A rather even lane here, of course, except for the fact that Ewo has plenty of last hits in comparison to Sleazel, who's got 7. He's only at level 3 as well, and he just isn't last hitting enough for it to be really giving him the experience. Broccoli and Pandago trying to do something here. Meanwhile, roaming around, MST Co. is here as well. Masoku maybe going to head mid. They're thinking about it. There's 2 wards right next to each other, essentially, so pretty relaxed game, I'd say, at 607. Not the biggest amount of kills right now, but this could escalate very quickly, especially with the heroes that are on the side of each team. I think this is a pretty big mid-game lineup, with the exception of RTZ. I think needs to get a little bit more farm, obviously, to do some damage. Once he gets Requiem of Souls as well, it's going to be pretty important, and 36 Souls in his Necromastery stack will also be pretty nice to have. So down here in the bottom lane, they need something else to go their way. They're looking for something, and Pale's going to go on Masoku, and it might not be enough. They're going to try to follow. It's not going to happen. Is there a stun? Telekinesis on Iwo. Going to stun everybody out just to make sure. Meanwhile, top lane, Arteezy's going to roam up and get a kill on the Furion. Nice job there. Completely missed it. Was more paying attention on this lane than anything else, so I apologize for that. Meanwhile, top lane is going to continue to get taken down here. The tower very low in health. It's going to get taken down. Last hit should go. No, it doesn't go for Superman, but still, good pickup there for the rest of the team. Ring of Achilles finish up there. Bottom lane still looking for more aggression. MST Co. thinking about diving right now. Ewo is here as well, thinking about going, and they're going to have to dive pretty far. TP rotation might be coming in, but they do have the Nature Prophet. There's the Stormhammer coming in. A lot of damage on Sleazel. They have the Sentry Ward. He's in some trouble. He needs to back off right now. Broccoli taking more damage. No mana there. RTZ's here. He's going to do some damage. He's going to get the Leshrac kill as well with his right clicks. Broccoli trying to get out, trying to juke, doing a good job of it, but he might not survive long enough. And Mihawk going to go down. RTZ with a double kill right now. MST Co. looking to get the kill on Broccoli, but he's going to die for it. And a triple kill for RTZ. Nice job there. Picks up a triple kill. A dive that does not work for the side of the Dire. Not the best dive for them. And RTZ just showing you why most people think he's one of the best up-and-coming solo mates in the game. For that exact reason, knows exactly when to teleport in, gets a triple kill. He's going to be looking good. But they will take the tower mid, and that is a good pickup there for sure. Smash trying to get him. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage right now, and RTZ is going to try to raise. Not going to hit it, but that's fine. Never, I mean, race is not too much mana, so doesn't need to throw it. And miss, Homing Missile is going to fly as well. And Smash actually TP'd back, smartly realizing that he was rather low in health. He did get the last hit on the tower, I believe, absolutely did, so that's going to provide him some extra farm, which he definitely needs. Masoku now with double damage, going to head to the mid lane, perhaps to the bottom lane as well. I think Sleazel should have gotten a few levels out of that. He is at 5 right now, still behind the Nakes in terms of levels as well as farm. I want to check out the graphs real quick after that last engagement, however. 2,000, almost 3,000 right now going for the side of Graz, though. And despite maybe losing bottom lane, they're doing okay in every other lane, essentially. Right now, 1,500 in gold, starting to drop a little bit. And meanwhile, mid lane, there's going to be some action here. Broccoli's going to try to telekinesis up Mihawk. They're still going for him. They're not going to be able to hit that stun, and that's what they wanted. So that was the lockdown I was talking about. Mihawk didn't get in range of that Sprout. Of course, Misoku not in range to get that Split Earth off. Bottom lane, RTZ's here. There's the Impale, the raises as well. Iwo might go down to this. Nice stun coming in from MSTiko, and the Infest going to come out. RTZ now going to get open wounds. There's going to be more raises. Oh, a lot of damage coming out of RTZ, though. Now, Iwo might try to get this kill. No rotations coming in just yet, except for the side of Misoku, who is here. MSTiko getting right click down right now. Oh, the Splitter barely going to miss. Nice avoidance there, but a big stun come up from MSTiko. RTZ's going to go down. Sexy's going to be next. He is dead. Spike Carapace going to get the kill. No kill there. Smash is going to get a kill. Meanwhile, on the side of Broccoli and what seems to be the mid lane as well. So, big pickup for the side of GU. That's exactly what they needed. I'm going to try to turn this game right around, even though it was actually pretty even to begin with. So, Superman, though, this is what you need to look out for. 63 last hits at 9:30 in the game. He is looking really good. He's got that Blade of Alacrity up. That'll be an early Yasha if he decides to go for it. Could go for something like a Diffusal Blade, but I doubt it. I'd imagine Yasha's probably what he wants more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So we will have to see. Down here in the bottom lane, this tower's getting pressured. I was talking about the Edict damage. You can see how much damage it pumps out right now, and it's only level 2, so this tower gets taken down so quick because of it. And that's the problem when you're facing up the Leshrac. It's just, if you can get the levels up on that Leshrac, he could just push so hard, even with only a level 2 Edict damage. So already they're taking a lot of towers. There's only one tower been taken by the side of Graz, though, and it looks like GU is in a very strong position right now. Wraithband up on the Gyrocopter. If they can get him some more farm, they'll be in a great position. Sven not going for too much in terms of farm. He has Treads, which is going to provide a bit of damage, but they're really relying, of course, on the Snakes, who will build up Phase Boots. No Drum just yet. He does have a Helm of Iron Will. I imagine that's going to be an armlet going for him. He's going to farm this jungle down here. As you can see, a big gank coming for Smash right now. RDZ is going to be invised up. They do not see him, I don't think. Smash is going to rotate back. They're going to go right now. The Impale is going to barely hit. Raze is going to fly as well. That should be enough for the kill. One more, and it will be. RTZ is going to pick that one up. Sleazel going to dive the tower. Take a little bit of tower damage in the back end, but not a big deal. So RDZ keeping going. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, or top lane actually, Sven getting a kill on that Weaver. That's a big pickup for them. Wish I caught that kill, but that's going to be a nice stop to Weaver's farm there. He had that Blade of Alacrity. He probably bought something, I think, before he died, put it on the courier. Yes, he does have that Yasha finished up, so not a whole lot of harm done, but still, gank going to come mid right now. RDZ might be in some trouble. They're not going to fall, though. Realizing that they were thinking about going, the Nature's Prophet was going to try to TP in. I love what Gamer University is trying to do with their Nature's Prophet, just TPing him in at the best possible scenarios here. It's only level 2, but still not that big of a deal. If they get the gank, then they get the extra golden experience. If not, then he could just roam around, go for a few kills in the jungle on creep camps and stuff like that. So definitely a good decision there with the Nature's Prophet, and that's what you need to do, I think. So he does have Treants at level 3, and I'm surprised they haven't been pushing more aggressively. I mean, they have been to a certain extent. They've taken 2 tier 1s. There is still one available in the top lane, which they can go for next tier with Smash as well as with the Furion in the jungle right now. Meanwhile, looks like 3 heroes here for the side of GT. They're going to continue on to the mid lane and take a few last hits as well. RTZ up to 53 right now, 55. Soul's at 36, and he has a point in Requiem of Souls, so this is where it becomes critical. They're going to try to defend this tower. Here comes Mihawk, going to try to take this creep wave, and that should be it. Drums up on RTZ right now. Weaver's going to get a kill, meanwhile, on the top lane on Smash, so missed a lot of kills. Action's starting to pick up a little bit. Regardless, Superman is here, trying to get some more last hits as well. Bottom lane, you can see that Iwo's still trying to farm. He's got that armlet up on him. That is done. Will he go drums next? I'm not 100% sure. Sven's not going for them, at least not yet. Arcane's up on the Leshrac as well. So he could go for drums. I'd imagine that's what he should do. They're going to try to take this tower mid. They will do so. Tier 2's getting pushed down here in the bottom lane. Edict is going to go. There is a glyph available. I'd imagine they're going to use it and TP back to the tier 2. In fact, they will do so. Actually, they're going to cancel it. Splitter's going to fly. So realizing they weren't in a good position to TP back there and defend the tower, they will trade a tier 1 for a tier 2. At least another TP coming in right now for the side of Smash. He's going to try to go alone, but there is going to be that Medallion of Courage flying in from Sleazel. They're going to back off. That's going to be the end of the aggression. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Vendetta up for Sexy. He's trying to catch somebody out. Might be the Leshrac. Will do so. Impale's going to fly. And is there going to be enough damage? Not enough. So Misoku will get out just in time. However, big Requiem of Souls. The call down as well. RTZ is going to go down, and he's going to get a kill with the help of Sleazel, but he's alone now. He has no mana to be able to use that. Oh, in a second he does. He's going to ghost walk away, and it might be enough. Meanwhile, on the backside, Rubik's going to get a Fade Bolt and get a kill with it. Telekinesis down on Smash right now. Oh, Sleazel is somehow going to get away. Infest's going to fly, not going to be able to hit anybody, and Sleazel survives, but his Ghost Walk might run out. No, he's fine. He doesn't have a TP or doesn't have mana for it anyways. He'll be fine. Superman needs to be careful. He wants to take this tier 2 tower. He's going to get it. The Sprout going to fly off. He did Shukuchi a little too early. He has time-lapse available if he needs it. Oh, he's actually going to try to go on Mihawk right now. The open wounds is going to go to Shukuchi. Nice kill from Superman with that Yasha. And Ewo not going to be able to do a whole lot. Good turnaround there from the side of Gratz, though. Big fight for them, despite RTZ going down there. Or RTY, which doesn't have the same ring to it. I don't like it. I like RTZ better. I used to call him Art Easy, but RTZ sounds, I don't know. It's the same thing, essentially. Gem up on the Sven. Very early gem from the side of Gamer University. Pretty big stuff there. It's kind of important to have. Early on for that Weaver pickup. I love the pickup, especially as well as since you have to go up against this Clinks who does have that Ghost Walk, and I think, Skeleton Walk, and I think that since they didn't get that kill on Sleazel and he was so low, that's when they realized, alright, maybe we pick up a gem right now, that doesn't happen again. So we have to see if they will be able to react to it. I'm not sure why they use their dust there. They have a gem, so they would see anything that happened. Maybe he's just trying to get rid of it. I'm not sure, but if he does lose that gem, it's always nice to have as well. Smash up in the top lane, going for BKB next on that Gyrocopter. Pretty standard build. Sleazel going to look for somebody here in the jungle. Smash is alone up here, and Sleazel can maybe dish out the damage. He goes for Medallion. He's going to try to get up that Orchid Malevolence. As you can see, he's going for the Oblivion Staff there, so Sleazel needs to get that up. In terms of levels right now, he is sitting a little far behind. The Nyx is at 10 right now, but 12 for the Weaver, so he's doing pretty well. Oh, big Roshan coming in right now from the side of G. This is a big pickup for them. No vision here for the side of the Radiant, so this will be Roshan secured and probably put on the Lifestealer, I'd imagine. God's Strength is going to help take this down quickly. Not necessarily quickly enough, however. Iwo taking a lot of damage. He's going to use his armor to toggle back on and off there. This will go down, but they're going to jump in right not in time. There's going to be a big Storm Hammer onto 2. Flying Split Earth as well. Lifestealer getting 1 kill. Call down going as well. Sleazel might go down. Not going to happen, but Broccoli certainly will. He'll get a Fade Bolt off, but it's not enough. RTZ, if he was there, I think he actually was there, but if he Requiem there, that might have been a huge pickup. Unfortunately, they just didn't get there in time. But the Aegis up on the Lifestealer with 2,100 gold as well. That's going to be another item relatively soon. Not sure what it's going to be. I'd imagine Drum would be good. I don't think anyone else is building it. In fact, I want to check that right now. It doesn't look like it. There's going to be a mech from the Furion who has a Midas, by the way. I didn't even see that before. So I'm surprised that he didn't go for the Drum right after the Phase Boot. Phase Boot's nice, but you really need to get Drum. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they're going to go for a gank. Mihawk taking a lot of damage. That Medallion and the right clicks from Sleazel will be enough. And that'll pick up the kill there. The Buckler's going to fly out for him. He did buy it at least before he died, which is another smart move there. Heading down to the bottom lane right now, we see Masoku as well as Smash going to pick up that Illusion Rune, put it in his bottle, and stow that away. And Hyperstone right now flying for Ewo, and that is a big pickup, but he does not go for Drum, so I'm going to keep questioning that the entire game, and in fact, I'll say, you know what, if he went for Drum, if God forbid they lose this game, I'm going to say it's because they didn't have Drum of Endurance, and that's what Draskell would say. I know that's what he would say. Meanwhile, looking at the graphs here real quick, experience 3,000 right now for the side of the Radiant. They have that going for them. However, gold is about even. I can't see because the game is paused, is right in front of me, so yeah, good stuff there. Two disconnects from the side of Gratz, though. Superman and Sleazel real quick. We'll have to see if they get back in momentarily. Well, we've got a second. Check out neodota.com. After this game, immediately after this series is done, I'm going to create the VODs for not only Killing Spree, but the this game as well as any other game for Gratz that Gratz has played in Game Plantronic. There was a game last night that I was talking about, or Tuesday, I don't remember. Excuse me, Monday. I believe it was last night anyway, I casted them. So I'll finish that VOD up, it'll post it up on YouTube, and I'll have it done probably by tonight, sometime around midnight, I'd imagine, at the very latest. Actually, I don't even know what time it is. It's 11, so a little bit later than that, probably. So, we'll have to see what does happen here. Still waiting on the reconnects. I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. I'm assuming it's some sort of internet issues, but, you know, stick with us. I mean, this happens all the time. Still waiting on Superman, of course, to jump back into this game. What else? In the meantime, if if you'd like to check us out, neodota.com is the place to go. Follow us at twitter.com/neodota2. Follow us on this channel. I'm sure you already did. That's probably how you know about this this going on. This thing that's happening right now, this little shindig, this game, if you will. If you like my cast, feel free to let me know what I'm doing right or wrong. Give me some criticism, constructive, please. I'd really appreciate it if it was constructive. I mean, you can yell and bash me and say that I'm a piece of shit all you want, but I don't know how much that's going to really help me. Constructive criticism is best criticism. I'd really appreciate it. If you enjoy my cast, feel free to follow me at twitter.com/MottDota2. I have my own channel as well, which is /MottDota2 on Twitch. So, good stuff there. And there's my little pimping of my own stuff done. Of course, Killing Spree. Second week done. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I'm not going to. I completely forgot about the CDL as well. There's still finals to be played for that. In fact, there's not only finals, there's the East finals to be played for that. So, yeah. Still waiting on Superman. Still disconnected. I don't want to ask for ETA. They'll get back in their own time. So I really thank you guys for being so patient. Of course, this happens all the time. Even in pro-level games, people disconnect for long periods of time. I can think about a few pro games that I casted where people have been gone for more than 20 minutes at certain points. So I hope you're enjoying the game. I know I am. It's 10-9. It's a pretty close game, to be honest with you. I mean, experience and gold are relatively even at 6-10 minutes in the game, which is a far cry from what we saw today. I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say it was a blowout, so. Looking at the last hits right now, actually I want to check out the net worth. I haven't checked that out yet. Unsurprisingly, the Lifestealer is leading the way. I mean, he had most in terms of last hits besides, of course, the Weaver. The Weaver hasn't been a part of too many kills. He's gotten a few, but the Nyx has been a part of a few more, I want to say. Actually, it might be even in that regard. No, it's actually pretty even. I mean, one more kill for the side of the Nyx, and he's been farming a little bit as well. Doesn't have a Midas or anything like that. He does pick up his armlet as well as that Hyperstone, and the reason why is once he had that Hyperstone up on him, he's going to be getting that extra net worth. Arteezy, second to him right now, who's got the drum, he's got a Claymore, looks like it'll be a Shadow Blade. And yeah, I mean, so Arteezy's looking good. He's got 36 souls. That's the max for the Necromastery stacks there. He's starting to get up that Presence of the Dark Lord, which is really when he starts hitting hard. You get all that armor reduction stacked up, which is something that I forgot about completely. They have a medallion on top of the armor reducing from Presence of the Dark Lord. It's a lot of armor reduction there, so that's a pretty good. You know, they're in a good position in that regard to just dish out damage to squish your enemies. I mean, you've seen Mihawk take so much damage from both the Weaver as well as Sleazel. So, on top of that, with Arteezy, if you can stay alive long enough, which is why you have that Shadow Blade, then you're in a position to do even more damage. So, if that makes any sense anyway. Masoku, they've been doing a good job pushing towers. They did take the Tier 2 bottom, but I think they could put a little bit more pressure on. I think this Tier 1 should be taken down next. I mean, I'm surprised it's been up this long. At the same time, you have to say GU's been playing extraordinarily well in this game, especially going against the hero comps that they've gone against. So, yeah, it's interesting to say the least. Considering all of you are from, like, NA Dota, shout out to NA Dota. You guys have been great. Good stuff. Reading through that 41-page thread or whatever the fuck it's at right now. Huge issues. Some big issues. His Dota isn't opening. It's unfortunate. So, I don't know how long we're going to be here. We might have some sort of... It would be unfortunate that this game would end because they don't have... It would be unfortunate that they would go down this game. They would lose this game essentially because they can't get their Weaver back in the game. I think that's something that's very frustrating, to say the least. I mean, you look at his items right now. He's got a Perseverance as well as the Asteroid. Probably going to go for that Lincoln Sphere. I don't know why I couldn't remember the name for a second there, but I'd imagine it would be a Lincoln Sphere. I mean, the other things he can go for, no, that's not going to happen. Yes, probably don't think it'd be a Bloodstone, and definitely not going to be a Refresher Orb. So I think Lincoln Sphere is definitely the next pickup for him into a Manta style afterwards, or something else like that. Maybe go for an MKB even. Just because there's a chance that some of these guys might pick up a Butterfly. Actually, the only person that would pick up a Butterfly really would be Gyrocopter, and he's ways away from that. So I guess you could wait to pick up the Butterfly if you really want to, or the MKB. I mean, MKB does provide more damage now, I think, than Daedalus does. I'm not sure about the math because they did change the Daedalus and the small crit as well. So don't quote me on that. I mean, if someone in chat wants me to throw out or wants to throw out the numbers on that, you absolutely can go for it. But we will have to wait and see. I'm sure they've tried everything here, or they're still trying everything. Worst case scenario, Gratz, though, does lose this game 1-1, and we go to a third game here, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but you just hate to see that happen, especially a close game like this, where it has the potential to be an absolute barn burner in terms of kills and deaths and assists and things of that nature, and just items picked up, and Roshan attempts, and Raxes, and you name it. This could be a good one, but Ellipsis from RTZ. Whole lot of exciting stuff happening right now. This is the point where my Dota knowledge is not necessarily where it needs to be, because I could just be like spitting out things left and right, but I'm just like, at this point, I could theory craft for days and days about certain things. Not sure if it'd be 100% accurate, but I could do it. This is why it's always nice to have a co-caster, because then we could just sort of have fun and just be like, blah, 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 ha, 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 blah. Which is why I like having John and Jay and all those guys casting with me, just because it's fun and natural, and we like having fun and doing it and stuff like that. He says he's coming, so I mean, I hope he's coming anyway. This is also the point where I wish I didn't have a delay on, so I could talk in chat actively without having to worry about necessarily a 2-minute delay and it getting to you and all that shit. Okay, so BKB for this guy. After BKB, I imagine it's going to be Yasha into a Manta into another damage item like an MKB or something like that. I've seen Gyros get Divine Rapiers in the past just because you could just dish out so much damage where if you don't get caught in a team fight with a Shadow Blade as well, you could absolutely just demolish people. Just Shadow Blade, BKB, which is a lot of escapability, I guess, and just making sure that you don't die. But then you get up a Manta, and then of course maybe another damage item, and then a Rapier, and I've seen like people go 2 Rapiers. Double Rapier strategy is something that you see occasionally on Gyrocopter. Not really sure if they're going to go that route again. Weaver will reconnect the game. Hallelujah. I hope his computer's doing well. And we are ready to go. We're going to jump right back into the game. I apologize for the delay. Usual does as well. These things tend to happen, but back into the game. 10-9, 16:30 into the game right now. RTZ is going to farm up the opposing team's jungle. Going to be going for that Shadow Blade, which is 400 gold away, I think it is for now. For Shadow Blade, where is that? Here it is. Is it 1600, I believe? Yeah. He's about 400, 300-ish gold at this point away from his Shadow Blade. He's going to farm that up. Have that. Going to be pretty good, so it'll be nice to have. And heading down to the bottom lane, we do see Weaver as well as Broccoli. Just going to be farming up over here. Superman going to be throwing up his swarm. Trying to take down this creep camp here, get some more farm. He's going to try to get that Lincoln Sphere relatively quickly once he has that, I believe, the ultimate orb. And Broccoli going to be down here in the bottom lane. A lot of encroaching heroes now up in the top jungle. Sleazel's like, I need to get out of here right now. There is a Sven. Oh, a Smoke Gang actually coming up from the side of Gimme University, and actually RTZ is going to smartly TP out of there. Sleazel also going to be running away, making sure he doesn't get caught. He's got an Oblivion Staff, part of his second, as well as Sage's Mask there. So heading up to the top lane right now, Smoke's still going. They're not going to find anybody, unfortunately. Looking around, they knew somebody was up there, but it's a little late now as RTZ did TP out smartly. He does have that Shadow Blade finished off, which is right around when he TP'd out, as soon as he got that Shadow Amulet or whatever the hell it's called now. Sleazel's going to be here. They're going to farm in the mid lane as well. They did take down the Tier 1 and the Tier 2 in the top lane. There's only a Tier 2 left in the mid lane, so it's actually pretty even in terms of towers right now. In fact, I think it's like 100% even in terms of towers taken. So they're going to be pushing S5 on the top lane, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Take down the Tier 1 top here. There's not going to be any way to contest it. Age is still up on Lifestealer for approximately 4 minutes, 3.5-ish. Anyway, Masoku going to do it with the Leshrakt's Edict damage there, TPing back home. Of course, RTZ just trying to do a little bit of damage. He can Shadow Blade out, but of course there is that gem up on the Sven, or it should be at least. Yeah, there it is. So, I mean, RTZ can get close as long. They need to click on that Sven, and they need to know that it's there. Otherwise, they'll be in for a rude awakening. Meanwhile, top lane, there's going to be Edict as well. Glyphs available. TP might be coming in just from somebody. RTZ will TP in right now. He's going to use his Requiem. Oh, big damage coming from Sleazel. The right click, too much from Masoku. Iwo is going to try to get away. Sleazel rather quick. He's actually going to try to TP out. Of course, will they be able to get enough damage? Yes, their Aegis is popped and the TP's gone. This could be it for Iwo. He might go down again. Oh, the Requiem's going to be used. It's just so much damage, and Shadow Fiend is going to get the kill with the Requiem. Not necessarily needed, but of course, it doesn't matter. They got the kill nonetheless, and it was just like, oh, is he going to use it? I thought he was going to cancel it, actually. It doesn't matter, though, so... Yes, Illusion, I casted with Bentley, but that's because his mic's not a piece of shit, so boom. Seth Wizardry plus the Ring of Regen up on the Nyx Assassin right now. He's looking pretty good. Bottom lane, we do see MST Co. trying to farm, as well as, of course, Ninja Prophet. The mech is finished for him. Good pickup there. Is anyone going that route on the side of the Radiant? Doesn't look like it for the time being, so that's something that you could pick up. Broccoli could work towards that, but it doesn't look like he will do so. At least not yet, anyways. He doesn't have a lot of money, I think, at the bank. I want to check out his current gold, actually, because of this. T, where's the T button? There it is. Okay, good. So, yeah, he's only got about 150 gold on him right now. Meanwhile, I'll actually see Sleazel looking for Masoku right now. Oh, the sentry flying out just in time, but it doesn't matter. Masoku might go down, but there's a Storm Hammer coming in. A lot of damage, and the Splitter. The Sprout might fly as well. Sleazel's taking a lot of damage. He's going to try to TP out. Not going to make it in time. Big pickup there for MST Co. I don't know if they realized that he had that gem. Of course, that sentry was put down, but I'm sure he checked his heroes. They must know that gem's available now. At least I would hope so. So the Shadow Blade, not necessarily useless, but it's going to be harder to use, as well as the Shikuchi from Superman with that gem rolling around. But MST Co is actually going to back off right now. Heading to the Tier 3 is actually a small creep wave here that Broccoli's going to go ahead and take care of. He actually did steal Rage. Big steal there. In terms of spells that you can steal, there's a few big ones. I think Call Down might be the biggest in the game right now. Stormhammer's also very good. God Strength, not so much. I mean, it does a lot of damage, but he doesn't have necessarily the fastest attack speed to really use it that effectively. Still, I mean, it's a lot of damage, so I'm not going to complain about it. Rocket Barrage would be good. Rage, like we see here, Open Wounds would be great. Infest, to a certain extent, would also be good. So, Split Earth, obviously, as well. So there's not necessarily the biggest spells to steal, not like a Reverse Polarity or like a Roar. Oh, God. Universe, you still here? Shout out to your fucking Roar steals and against EG. That's some pretty great shit. Anyways, heading back through the jungle right now. RTZ. Gonna continue to farm. Iwo. Open wounding a creep. Not a problem there. He's going to be going for what seems to be an AC. There's going to be the Requiem. Oh, so much damage on Iwo, but he's going to immediately just get so much health back from that Rage and Open Wounds as well. So trying to get that kill quickly, not going to happen, but Mihawk now in some trouble. There goes the Impale, taking some damage, but they're going to back off because Iwo does so much damage with that Life Steal. Of course, with Open Wounds and Rage available, and Feast, of course, he's actually have full mana. Oh, Call Down coming in right now. Broccoli trying to get out, but he has Rage available, so he should be okay. They're going to continue to chase the Drum for Pops as well as the Warcry. There's going to be the Stormhammer, but now there's a big dive, and Iwo taking a lot of damage. He can put his armlet on there. A lot of tower damage being used. Arteezy is actually going to go for the top Tier 3 right now. Might be able to do so. I don't want to check on him. I want to check on these guys. They're not going to go for a kill here. I will check up on Arteezy. He's going to try to clear this creep wave and take down this Tier 3. There's a Glyph available. Already a TP coming in from the Gyrocopter, so...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Smash is going to be there to try to get everything back off. So Superman does finish up his Lincoln Sphere. The tier 2 does go down mid and 12 to 12. So really even right now. I do want to check Grats. 5,000 in experience, but starting to dip a little bit for Grats though. Gold at 0, especially after that fight. Such an even game right now. Aegis was wasted there, used I should say, not wasted. It's about 3 minutes for, of course, the Roshan to be up again. Down here we do see Mihawk farm the opposing team jungle. Probably the safest place to farm actually at this point, unless Liesel can catch him out. But he actually is going to pick up a haste wound, go on Iwo. He might infest. I don't think he can infest on this creep. Iwo could be in some trouble. Iwo knows that he's here with that sentry ward. Now Iwo's going to try to do some right-click damage. And Sleazel's still here. He knows there's a sentry around now, so Sleazel's actually going to back off. And that could have been dangerous without that sentry there, but a nice sentry placement. Actually about to run out too, so... RTZ finishing up that small crit, that Chrysalis up on him now. Daedalus should be next, I'd imagine, unless he wants to go for something else like a Yasha, Mantis Isle, something like that. He's attacking pretty quick already, so I don't know if he necessarily needs it. I'm not going to go for an MKB or anything like that. Gyrocopter not building an Butterfly just yet. He does have a Yasha. His BKB's finished up as well. Broccoli going to steal Flat Cannon. Meanwhile, a lot of damage flying in with that Medallion, as well as the, of course, searing arrows from Sleazel, who's trying desperately to get to that Orchid Malevolence. It's taking him a while, not necessarily had the best farm. You look at his last hits right now, he's at 63. I mean, he's kind of far behind. Regardless, though, RTZ and Weaver are doing a very good job in terms of getting some CS right now. RTZ with that small crit, Weaver with that Yasha and the Lincolns now. He's going to be building something else relatively soon. Demon Edge available in a few hundred gold right now. Smash is here. MSTco now finishing up a more of a mask of his own, so it looks like he's going to be going for Mask of Madness. That could be a big deal. Doesn't have the cleave up just yet, but once that damage does get there, or that cleave does get there, the damage will get there as well. So RTZ now looking for more damage here, and is actually going to back off, realizing that the entire team is going to be going to chase him. AC is going to finish off for the Lifestealer. He's getting very farmed himself. But if we look at the other carries right now for the side of GU, it's a BKB and a Yasha against a Lincoln's and a Yasha. So the Weaver in that second role right now doing a very good job. Question is, if we go late game, who probably takes this? And I'd say, even though the Nyx has that magic immunity built in, I think RTZ, with the amount of damage he's going to be getting with the BKB that he's building right now, probably carries this harder just because he does more damage because he's the Shadow Fiend. I mean, Shadow Fiend's a pretty hard carry, at least in my opinion. Nyx still very good and very good in the mid game, especially with the AC that he's about to build, but I'm not necessarily sure it's going to be enough to withstand the assault that RTZ is going to fly in with him, and Sleazel as well to a certain extent, and of course the Weaver too. So Weaver now sitting at 2,000 gold of his own. MSTco going to finish up his mask relatively soon, about 500 gold. He'll have that helm, or the recipe, I guess it is. Helm's for Helm of the Dominator, so I don't think he's going to be going that route. They're going to go for Roshan once again, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any response here from the side of Grats, though, so they're going to let this go. I mean, it should be a lot quicker than the previous. They should know what's going on pretty much right now. They know that they're all missing from the map unless they thought they're smoking up. They will go for Roshan. Ewo should take this Aegis once again. He's got his AC, and now they can fight pretty aggressively, I think, and push some lanes as well. There's only one tier 2 left right now. Grats, though, starting to slip away here, losing ground just because it's so hard to kill this Lifestealer, especially now that he's got this Assault. Cuirass is going to be even harder. There is that armor reduction on the opposing team, which is something that you have to look out for, especially with Sleazel. That Medallion of Courage does reduce your own armor as well, I think. Yes, reduces the armor of you and your target by 6. So, but it does make up for it by giving you an extra 6 armor. Meanwhile, time-lapse going to be used. He's actually going way inside of the base right now. Superman not in the best position here. He's got Shikuchi. Oh, this route going to fly, though. Superman, this might be your death here. Stormhammer's going to fly, and the Split Earth. He will go down. He didn't buy anything before he died, and now they're certainly going to push here. Weaver down for a minute now, so Gamers University in a very good position right now. They're looking good. They're going to try to push mid. Sleazel needs to get back. Not sure what he's doing there. Openwood's going to fly as well. He's very quick, but like I was saying, I mean, it's just not enough. The Rocket Barrage might be enough, and the Homing Missile as well should kill him, unless there's some way to heal. Sleazel's very quick still. If he can get back to the fountain before that Homing Missile gets there, he might be in a good position. They're still going for him. Is it going to be enough? Is the tower going to get the kill here? No, it's going to get killed somehow by Broccoli just before it hits Sleazel. So Sleazel is going to survive, thanking his lucky stars, but maybe the tier 3 will not. Weaver is not available. RTZ is going to take the tier 1. He's going to TP back, I'd imagine. This tier 3 should go down. There's a glyph available. They're going to use it. There it goes. Weaver up in 20. He has enough for buyback. Not going to use it just yet. Ewo taking some damage. They do have that Aegis up on him still. Spell is going to be stolen. They're going to take the tier 3 down and going to go for Rax right now. RTZ taking more damage. There goes the Stormhammer flying in as well. Iwo going to go for the Rax. There's the Impale. Rage is going to fly next. Meanwhile, still going for right-click damage. Iwo going to have to get back out the other side. There's the call down. Not going to hit anybody, essentially, but they want this Rex, and they're going to get it. There's the melee. Range might be next right now, looking to go. Meanwhile, on the backside, Infest coming up on Iwo. They were chasing him down the entire street. There's the Stormhammer. Going to stun up him because he's got that Spike Carapace on. The Force Staff as well. Sexy might be able to get out alive. Once again, that Homungus is still chasing. Trying to go as Superman. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. Shikuchi going. There's the Aegis popping. Time-lapse going as well. And the Sentry Ward is down. Trying to TP out. Now is Smash. Oh, the Telekinesis in time. He's going to go down. Ewo now taking a lot of damage. He might be next. He's not long for life. He's going to try to Rage TP. Will he do so is the question. Oh, just in time somehow manages to get out. And oh boy, was that close. Holy crap. But they took down the Raxes here in the mid lane. And now Gratz, though, is going to be a little bit far behind, unfortunately. So Superman's going to TP out. Actually going to TP up to the top lane. He's actually going to chase down these guys. Masoku is going to try to TP out, and he'll do so just fine. There's nothing they can do to stop him. But a lot of damage coming in from Superman with that small crit available now. And, I mean, if they just had any other disabler to come with him, he would have gotten those kills. Unfortunately, they don't. Mask of Madness is done. BKB started for this fence. Still has his gem as well. Superman going to go for what seems to be... he's going to sell his Tranks and just build regular boots now. Make sure that he can get more money. Oh, Mihawk very close to going down. Ghostwalk available. Sleazel's going to use it. Mihawk going to try to get out somehow. Not going to happen, though. One right click should do the job. There it goes. Big pickup for Sleazel there. So... with that Orchid also amplifying that damage. Oh, Nake's going to go down. It looks like the Impale going to fly. There's no armlet. There's the Requiem on the high ground. It's going to fly, only hitting on 1 and 2, actually on Masoku. And the Silence going in. MST Co. now in some trouble. Oh, the call down's going to fly. This should deter them. The Telekinesis is going to go, but Broccoli's taking a lot of damage. Not going to get hit by the second call down. Pandago needs help, but there's going to be the initiation. BKB's going to go. They get the kill, at least on the Leshrac. Turning around, Smash trying to go now. Here's Superman. Rocket Barrage going to fly, doing a lot of damage there. Smash needs to back off, but a 4-for-1 trade right now at least, and maybe a 5-for-1 trade. There's a team wipe, and the gem is on the ground. They need to kill that Superman. We'll take it down. Big play there, and that's going to be a lot for Gratz. So that is an excellent fight for them. And that really went well for them. They're going to take a tier 2 and maybe even a tier 3. And they're going to push straight down mid, trying to do damage, but of course this is backdoor protected. As you can see, Sleazel really wants this. He's trying his best to get it down. Not enough, but Nature's Prophet going to get the kill with his ultimate. Oh no. So they could have gotten a lot more, but the creep wave was not available, of course, because of the Mega Creep. So damn, you got to say for Gratz, though, they're probably thinking we got a good fight, but it just didn't go in our favor. So there is a sense of urgency, I think, for Gamer University, because of the fact that these guys are getting fed, Superman as well as RTZ. He has the BKB completed now, 1,700 gold as well in the bank, so he's in a position where he can either go for an item or save for buyback, which he probably should do at this point, especially since there's a set of Raxes down. At least I imagine that's what he'll do. I mean, I'm not like 100% sure, but level 18 for the Weaver. I want to see levels right now as well. So RTZ 18, Superman 18, Sleazel at 16. Sleazel has done a very good job of catching up. I mean, net worth, he is not necessarily where he needs to be, but at least in experience, he's doing very well for himself. So, looks like he's going to go for Skull Basher. Pretty standard pickup there for Lifestealer. Does anybody on this side have a drum yet? Yes, the Sven does. Okay, good. Excellent. Then it's fine. Orchid's up on the Nature's Prophet as well, by the way, so their items are pretty good right now. Looking at the gold, they're only ahead in gold by about 1,000. Experience, 12,000 going in the favor of Gratz, though, so... not necessarily... I mean, the game is very close still. Despite the Rax has gone down, we've seen teams come back from larger deficits, so not necessarily concerned about that Rax. I mean, obviously it's going to be tough. You saw in that last push, they couldn't get through to the tier 2 tower here just because the creeps weren't there. Had those creeps not been mega creeps on the opposing team, it could have easily gone their way. Meanwhile, No smoke coming in here from the side of Gamer University. They're just going to head to the jungle, and there's this ward catching them out completely. So everybody, they know they're down there right now. Sleazel and RTZ are going to push top while they've got time here, it looks like, and try to go for this tier 3 tower, which is taking a little bit of damage there, as you can see. If they can get that tier 3, they'll be in a very comfortable position. Looks like they're going to try to counter ward or something. Roshan's not up for another 4 minutes here. They're going to try to go back in defense. Smash doesn't have a TP, so he's actually running back now. As you can see, Ewo neither. This is a position where Mihawk can get back there just fine, as well as MSTiko. So they're trying to go for this tower. Splitter not going to hit. Arteezy should be okay. He has that Shadow Blade. They don't have vision. They don't have that gem unless they pick up a new one. Not 100% sure if they did. Actually, I think the Nyx has one. Absolutely does. So that's a big deal to have that other gem there. But it'll also mean 700 gold spent for another gem. Skull Basher is finished up for the Lifestealer, and that'll be probably turned into an Abyssal Blade, I'd imagine. Sleazel now, oh god, he cannot go that way. You cannot afford to go that way. He's going to be able to barely make it. Oh no, there's a ward there. They see him. Sleazel now might be in some trouble. There's the open wounds. Now he knows there's a gem there. Sleazel's going to take damage. He's going to have a tough time getting out of here. The Rocket Barrage is going, and of course the TP coming in from the side of the Furion. So Sleazel will go down. And he's down for a minute, not leave them in a good position. So they have to have realized that there was a gem there. They had this ward, and that's going to give them that vision there. So, unfortunate for him to walk into that. I don't think they knew that there was a gem before that. I'd imagine they do know now. Okay. A good game, 18-16. This is a really good one. Not necessarily the most kills, but back and forth action. And I got to say, I'm enjoying it, so... Counter ward coming out here. As you can see, they placed it a little bit down further than where the Radiant ward, which is here. Roshan up in about 2.5 minutes, which will be an Aegis Rosh. That's going to be a big deal as well. And Sohu now going to be going on that tower. It's taking a bit of damage. There could be a fort, but there's not going to be because it's a tier 2. Not surprised that they take that down for nothing. RDC going to try to split push in the meantime. Gets that BKB. Still has 3,100 gold in the bank. He wants this tier 2. He can get it if they decide to not fortify it. There goes the fort. They want to keep RDZ here as long as possible. He's not going to stay too long. Realizing that would not be the best position. It is in deny range, so... RTZ gonna back off, but Ewo has his vision. He's actually gonna open wounds. Will it be enough? Is there a bash? And just doesn't even need a bash. He's actually gonna get the kill without it. So nice job there. But there's an immediate buyback response from the side of Shadow Fiend. He bought a Morbid Mask, but he realizes that that's good. That's a good buy, I think. I think he bought that right after he bought back, realizing that he has enough and he's not gonna be able to buy back for some time here. So good stuff. This game is quite the fun time. So meanwhile, they're chasing Superman, who's been silenced down here. He's going to Shikuchi away. Open wounds might be coming in just a moment from Ewo. Superman still has that Shikuchi. Oh, nice TP coming in from the side of Mihawk, and he will time lapse out and then try to TP. Will he make it is the question. Oh, the splitter. Nice timing from Hisoku, and that's going to be Weaver down for 78 seconds, but he does have buyback ready. So they're just getting caught out, unfortunately. They're using their invisibility, and they're trying to do it. They're trying to be very aggressive, and it's just not working. That means that tier 2 will go down, however, with Shadow Fiend getting the kill on that. Going to bring him back up to 1,400 gold, but they cannot fight this without Weaver. Not 5-on-5 anyway, but MSTiko is actually very low in life right now, so they cannot afford to be in that front line. So we do see Vendetta coming out from the Nyx Assassin. They may try to fight this, but of course that gem is still up on Ewo. They're going to try to get out. TP going to fly in. It's going to actually stop. And Sexy gonna get out, maybe Sleazel as well, and they will back off right now. So a chase that didn't result in anything. 18-18 the score right now. The tier 2 taken down. Tier 3 is left, or excuse me, tier 2 bottom lane is the last one left here for the outer towers. Of course, the tier 3 and Rax is going to the middle lane for this side of Gratz, though. Roshan is the next attempt here. I don't know if Gratz, though, can stop this, especially not with Weaver dead for 23 seconds. He'll be up then, but that's going to be long gone by the time that Roshan, by the time they get here. This is a cheese as well. I'd imagine that the Aegis goes up onto the side of the Lifestealer. Excuse me. Cheese up onto the side of the Gyrocopter. And there it is. Mantis Cell's done for the Gyro as well. So now I think I also completely forgot about how late game Gyro can carry pretty well, considering Flat Cannon, the amount of damage he can do, especially with the Mantis style illusions, getting the farm, getting the items. So they'll have to be careful. I think Gratz, though, is in a bit of trouble right now. They're down a set of racks. They cannot push mid out without really putting a lot of effort into it. They've gotten caught out a few times. I mean, all of their Invis heroes, really. Sleazel has, Superman has, as well as, of course, Arteezy. And he's got a Helm of the Dominator for himself, which will provide him that life steal. Maybe go for Satanic next, I'd imagine. Buyback available in 2 minutes. He does have enough money for it, but that's not going to be enough. They're going to try to go here. I was going to go. There's going to be a big stun from Broccoli. He is Ghost Sceptered up, but he should go down right now. Splitter's going to fly as well. Broccoli very low, and the kill coming in from Leshrac, but they might have gone too far. However, the call down is going to fly. Just barely going to miss. Going to hit Sexy once. They're going to go for the tier 3. They will get it. Smash going on Arteezy right now, doing a lot of damage. There's a kill for Nyx Assassin. He'll buy back. Stun going on Superman. He's going to take some damage there. He's going to go down as well. Sven getting that kill. Buyback from Weaver right now. And Sexy taking a lot of damage from Ewo, getting that kill there. And this could be it right now from the side of Gamers University. Nighthawk taking a lot of damage. Arteezy will take him down. Ewo is going to back off right now with MSTco. And they've got the set of Raxus keeping out as Masoku. He's going to get out once again. And just not the lockdown available. Not the stun available from Weaver. So they've been able to get out every time because of it. So, man, this has been a close game. But they still have one game to work with if Gratz, though, does drop this. And we will go to a game 3 if that does happen. But, I mean, it's looking more and more likely that it will happen. There's 2 sets of Raxus down, and one set of Raxus say, okay, you can probably come back from that. And it's happened before. 2 sets of Raxus is sort of a little bit more of a dicey situation. It can happen, but they desperately need to try to outfarm the other team, and it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. I mean, the experience now drops so drastically after the past few minutes, the past 10 minutes especially. Gold is now, oh my god, 7,500 right now at 38 minutes into the game, so Gamer University is in a very favorable position. They're not in a position where they can absolutely win the game outright just yet. They still need a big fight to win. I mean, they're going to try to push this 5 right now, and Gratzlow is going to try to win a fight here, and it's going to be tough. They're going to leave the lanes just pushed out right now. Going to try to push out mid, maybe go for a big fight here. Aegis is still available unless Evo went down. No, he's still up right now. Smash did not. Actually, he used his cheese or gave it to somebody. Eagle Song is going to be up on him. Meanwhile, Susan's taking a lot of damage. They are thinking about fighting this. There's the Stormhammer. There's the ult going to fly out from Arteezy before he dies, but it's just too much damage. And they're going to get a kill there. And it's Tico with the double kill. As you can see, excuse me, Smash. Broccoli is going to go down next. And that will be GG. We're going to move on to game number 3. So keep it locked here. We'll be right back, guys. What a good game. God, that was such a good game. And then everything's just going to get finished up, and we will jump into the next game. So stick around, guys, here on NeoDota. I'll turn on some music or something, and we'll be right back.